Hello everybody and welcome back to That Guy Nick. And today it is hold on. Wait, okay, it's not Christmas and it will be though in 24 days, but we're reviewing a Christmas movie in, well, it is December 1st. So Merry Christmas, I guess. Enjoy the review. Hello everybody, welcome back to That Guy Nick, and today, in this video, I have a movie review for you guys. And I know, I've definitely been slacking with this channel since Black Panther Wakanda Forever came out, but since there was movie trailers today, and also Violent Night came out today, I just decided to suck it up on December 1st and just put out some videos for today, as well as this month, hopefully. I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm going to try my best. But anyway, I'm reviewing Violent Night, if you haven't guessed by now. I literally said the name, and it's also in the title and in the thumbnail. So, honestly, if you look past all of that, then honestly, I think you shouldn't be at my channel. You should be getting some help. Anyway, though, Violent Night, yeah, I saw the trailer for this, I think when it first dropped, and I've known about it, a little bit about it for a little while since it started, but when the premise came out and with the trailer, I was 100% invested, because it's Santa kicking ass, and I was immediately just interested. I was like, okay, and especially since Santa is played by David Harbour in this movie, yeah, sign me up immediately. And it looked like a lot of fun anyway, so today I saw the movie with my mom and my dad, and it was definitely exactly what I expected. If you're going into this movie expecting a lot, if you're going into this movie expecting like a lot, then I don't know why you're seeing a movie about Santa killing people and expecting absolute peak perfection in writing and everything. Because I mean, this movie's there just to have some absolute fun with some also pretty solid story, honestly. Well, solid enough. It was enough to get by, I think. Well, I'll get more into that in a bit. But yeah, this movie was a lot of fun. David Harbour as Santa Claus is fantastic. I feel like he would 100% be able to embody the role in any other movie that doesn't include violence. I feel like he can easily do that. But since this movie is violent, no pun intended, but since this movie involves, a lot of killing and a lot of violence, I think David Harbour was always also a great choice for this role. So I think either way, what we would have gotten would have been a great movie, because David Harbour as Santa Claus actually really works, surprisingly. And I thought he was just great. And there are some actually sweet moments in this movie where he does show that kind of Santa spirit, which was actually pretty nice. And David did a great job. That's why I'm saying that in any other situation, I think David Harbour still would have been a great choice for Santa. And what it really reminded me of is that movie, what was it? Had Mel Gibson. Fat Man, yes. This movie basically reminded me of Fat Man. Fat Man's also another hilarious, great movie where Santa is just killing people, and it's honestly amazing there too. So this movie is obviously a totally different premise, but it's still like violence, and it's still Santa killing people, and I just love when they do that with the character of Santa. It's honestly just it's just taking this high on a podium character and just making him an absolute badass in multiple franchises, especially in comics too. Hell, in the Marvel comics, Santa is a mutant. He's literally powerful. He's strong. It's amazing. So I just love when they take Santa and they turn him into this just utter badass. And this movie is one of those that did it perfectly. Other characters like John Leguizamo, he's been making the rounds a little bit. He was just in The Menu recently, and he was great in that. So seeing him here was actually pretty fun. And he does not phone it in. He has fun with the role. He does a good job. He does a great job, honestly. Alex Hassel, he was in the Cowboy Bebop live action show that not a lot of people like to talk about. But I personally enjoyed, still love the anime, way more than that, literally top 10 shows of all time, but the live action show wasn't that bad. And he was good in it. And, he's pretty funny. I actually enjoyed his character a lot. Everyone else, I think, was, pretty good. Beverly D'Angelo from the National Lampoon's Vacation fame was in this, which was a surprise to me. I haven't seen all those movies, but I do know about those movies. And so seeing her was actually pretty surprising. The girl, Trudy, I don't know, her name's not on here, but she was great. She did a really good job as well. Her and Santa have a lot of these moments, because in the trailer it shows that she's talking to Santa over radio, and they have a few moments together, and it's actually really nice. So she does a great job. So does David Harbour in those scenes as well. Again, David Harbour as actual Santa Claus would have worked just fine. But the fact that we're getting it like this is even better. So the characters, I think, are pretty solid. I just think the writing itself is, writing, I guess. There's a lot of good lines here and a lot of cheesy stuff that actually works. But a lot of the jokes and a lot of the lines are very, throwaway, cliche kind of things. And it's fine, I guess. It's not terrible. But it was just more like, okay, I get why you say that. It's a Christmas movie. It's an action movie as well. I get why you're saying this stuff. It's very stereotypical stuff, but there actually is some pretty good writing in here, especially with specifically on Santa's backstory, which was surprising that week that they kind of changed up the narrative a little bit. I'll get into that in spoilers, but for writing, it was alright. The story itself, though, was great, but good, but not great at the same time. It was a mixed bag. I think it was a lot of fun when it was Santa when it was just Santa kicking ass or just having a conversation with Trudy. It was honestly really nice, and especially towards the end there, it was really good. But there was a very slow part of the movie there, a good slow chunk of the movie, where not that I was bored, it was just more of, there's nothing really was happening, and I didn't hate it, but at the same time I was like, I feel like it could have, I think the runtime's fine, I don't hate the runtime, I just think that certain portion of the movie was just a tiny bit too slow, and just the pacing was a bit off at times, because it was a bit slow, and then it immediately picked back up. And, it was alright. I don't hate it, though. But story-wise, I think it was good. I think the premise is honestly hilarious. And how Santa just gets involved in this situation in the movie is honestly pretty funny. But how he stays to help is just what's really, cool. He literally kills people. It's honestly insane. The amount of how gory the deaths are as well are just absolutely insane. Santa does not hold back. He just murders. And obviously these are bad people, but holy hell. It's honestly insane how how kind of gruesome the deaths are in this movie, and I will talk about a little bit of that in spoilers. But I think it just works hand in hand with the story, because goddamn, man. All I'm going to say about the movie with no spoilers. So that's all I gotta say here. So like always, cut to right here where there's going to be the end of the video, my final overview of the movie as well as the score. So just gonna stay up here for a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. And gone, time to get into spoilers. So, like I was saying, there's a lot of gruesome deaths in this movie. And specifically, there was a moment in a big old shed where Santa finds a sledgehammer, and in his past he was basically a Viking called Nicomon the Red, and he wielded a hammer that he would kill people with. It was honestly insane and actually really kind of cool. So he finds the sledgehammer, and there's a bunch of soldiers coming in trying to kill him and get rid of him, and he just destroys them with the sledgehammer. He uses ice skates. When there was a scene where he walks up and he sees ice skates on a wall, like before he even grabs them, he cuts to a pair of ice skates, and I went, "Oh my god, he's gonna do it, isn't he?" And he goes up, he grabs them, and he puts it on his fist, and he just, dude, he literally cuts someone's head off with it, and he slams him into the wall, and his body just falls, and his head's just chilling down. And I'm like, he slashes someone's throat, face. I'm like, oh my god. There was a moment where there's like a wood chipper, but it's more like a land wood chipper, so it's supposed to cut grass. And he ties these two guys together. He like does some maneuvers and shit, ties them together, and throws the rope into it, and it drags the two guys in and just obliterates them. We don't see all of it, but we see the one guy's head go thump. It's absolutely wild. There was one scene, I don't know if it was in the trailers or not, but he shoves a star in a guy's eye, and he plugs it in, and it shocks him, and it lights him on fire. The way the deaths are so creative is absolutely insane. There's a reference to Home Alone with Trudy, where she just had watched the movie the night before, and there's the scene with in Home Alone 2. Was it Home Alone? Well, anyway, it was Home Alone. So the nail in the stairs where he steps on it in the movie is the same premise. The thing is, though, the two bad guys are walking up, and they're like, "You have to hide the booby traps, you know." But the thing is, one of the guys, he climbs up the ladder. Turns out the ladder's cut, and it's like basically half broken. So he breaks the ladder, and he slams his chin on on the screw, and it goes through his mouth. And I'm like, what the it was, and on the floor there's a bunch of screws and razor blades sticking out of carpet, and this the girl that was with him trying to get the girl, she climbs up above him, he gets off, and she's Trudy's rolling bowling balls at her, and it just hit, and then one of the parts is the guy's able to get his chin off, but then he gets hit with a bowling ball, and he falls back onto the thing, and it gets in his back, and then he lifts up, and then and then he's trying to climb back up, and then he takes a screw out of his ass, and he's holding it like this, and the bowling ball just flies at him and stabs him in the head and knocks him right back down on the screws and razor blades. It was a hilarious and gruesome kind of death. It was honestly insane how creative the deaths were in this movie. Specifically at the very end, which I'll talk about really quick. So at the very end, Santa, everyone's basically dead. Everyone who was working for Mr. Scrooge, John Leguizamo's character is what they call him, for his character, are basically dead. He's like the last one standing. And he hates Christmas. He despises Christmas because his dad lost his job. His dad lost his job, and he couldn't have Christmas anymore. So everything. He just became a real ass. So since he hates Christmas, he's fighting Santa. But the thing is, this whole movie, he thinks it's not Santa. He's like, this isn't real. He's not Santa. He's just some crazy guy. But then right at the end, he finally finds out that it actually is Santa because of the naughty list. And he's the last one on the list. And they break into this whole badass, cool fight with on ice, and with the sledgehammer and an ice pick and one of those batons. It's a crazy fight. And at the end, he finally thinks he has Santa in a pinch, right? But there was this big old stone chimney, and Santa's pinned against it, and he's like, And he's like, "You don't got me," and he does the whole thing, and he grabs the guy, Mr. Scrooge, Jimmy's his name, and he pulls him up with him, and Santa goes through the chimney, and he fucking pulls the guy's body with him, and pulls him through the chimney. So when Santa pops up with him, it's only his body left. Just his body, his head, legs are gone, arms, everything. He's literally dead. He exploded through the chimney, and when Santa pops up, it fucking splatters with blood. And I'm just sitting there like, well, that's a way to go out. And he fucking throws his body, and I'm like, dude, what the hell? It's insane how crazy this, just how crazy these deaths are. And the ending's really nice, because in the end, everyone survives. Santa saves the family. He almost dies, though, because he gets shot. But then Beverly D'Angelo's character shoots the guy who shot him, and he does die technically, but like everyone's like, I believe in Santa, you know. They're like, screw it, I believe in him too, and he comes back to life. He was actually dead, and he comes back to life, and he's just like Chris. And the main theme of this movie is him saying, "Christmas magic, I still don't understand it." And when he comes up, he's like, "Christmas magic, still don't understand it." It's honestly fucking funny. This movie, man, just complete bonkers, absolute insanity, and that's why I think I love it. It's just so much fun and so insane. Yeah, just an absolute blast. So that's the end of spoilers right there. I would have gone into more, but with my spoilers talks, I just talk about some hints in here and there. But so yeah, Violent Night. What else can I say about it? It's just a lot of fun. It is an absolute blast. It has its weak moments, and it's not like it's, oh my god, it's amazing, it's a masterpiece, but god damn, it's a lot of fun. So it's like I can't give it a score any lower than 8 out of 10. It is just an absolute blast. The entire time the shit was going on, I was just laughing and just like literally like getting like doing like going back because of how gruesome these deaths were. It was just insane, and I just had just so much fun with it, and just a really good movie. It's honestly great. I will not lie. So yeah, Violent Night. It's just such a fucking crazy movie. That's the end. That's the end of this video. That's all I gotta say about Violent Night. If you can, please like, share, and subscribe. I also have 3 other trailer reactions that are out right now, so if you guys want to go check those out, those will be popping up in the description below or on the screen right now. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.